Your eye doctor checks your vision once a year. But what is happening inside your lens right now, in between those appointments, is something no eye chart can catch. And by the time it shows up on a scan, it has already been building quietly for 20 years. Today, I am going to show you 5 specific foods. Foods you can find at any grocery store. Each one feeds a biological system inside your eye that most people over 60 are completely starving. I have ranked all 5, from least effective all the way up to the one food that clinical trials tested directly on human eyes and got results that stunned the researchers. Stay with me, because number 2 has a preparation mistake that nearly everyone makes. And it is costing you almost everything that food actually contains. My name is Dr. Isabel Greer. For over 10 years, I have worked closely with older adults, and one of the things I kept seeing over and over was how much the right nutrition can change the way your eyes age. I am not here to scare you. I am here to show you something your eye doctor almost certainly never had time to explain. Because the research exists, the evidence is solid, and almost nobody is talking about it in a way that regular people can actually use. Quick note before we dive in. This video is for educational purposes only. It does not replace a conversation with your own doctor or eye specialist. If you have existing eye conditions, always check with your healthcare provider before making changes. Now, let's talk about what is actually happening inside your eyes. Here's the thing most people do not know. Your eye lens has no blood supply. None. Zero. No fresh oxygen coming in. No repair crew. No replacement parts. The proteins inside your lens were built before you were born. Your body made them once in the womb and walked away. Those proteins have to last your entire life. And the only thing standing between those proteins and serious damage is a compound called glutathione. In a young, healthy lens, glutathione is everywhere. It acts like a security guard, intercepting damage before it reaches those irreplaceable proteins. But here is what the research confirmed and almost nobody is saying out loud. Starting in your 50s, a physical barrier slowly forms around the core of your lens. That barrier cuts off the glutathione supply to the exact spot where the most damaging cataracts form. Your lens core starts running out of protection while you feel completely fine. No symptoms, no warning. And without that shield, your proteins start to clump. They scatter light instead of focusing it. That is what the blurry mornings are. That is what the halos around headlights at night are. That is what the foggy film is that you blink and it just will not clear. The good news? This process is directly influenced by what you eat. Specific compounds inside these 5 foods feed the very systems your lens is starving for. Let's go through them. Food number 5, cooked tomatoes. I know, tomatoes feel basic. But stay with me for one moment, because there is something inside a cooked tomato that most people are completely throwing away, literally. Tomatoes contain a compound called lycopene. Lycopene is a powerful antioxidant that researchers have linked to reduced oxidative stress in eye tissue. A large observational study found that people with higher lycopene levels in their blood had significantly lower rates of certain types of age-related cataracts. But here is the problem. Raw tomatoes do not give you most of their lycopene. The compound is locked inside the plant cell walls. Your digestive system cannot break through those walls efficiently. Heat does. When you cook a tomato, even just a quick sauté in olive oil, the cell walls break down. The lycopene is released. And the oil is not optional. Lycopene is fat-soluble. Without fat in the same meal, your body absorbs a fraction of what was there. Think of it this way. Eating a raw tomato for lycopene is like reading a book through the cover. The content is all there, but you cannot access it. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, a handful of cherry tomatoes, for minutes in a hot pan. That is it. Cheap, simple, and your eyes will actually get what you paid for. Score: 3.5 out of 10. Solid protection. Not a game changer on its own. Food number 4, dark leafy greens. Kale, spinach, Swiss chard. This one you have probably heard before, but I want to explain why it works, because once you understand the mechanism, you will never skip it again. Your macula, the very center of your visual field, The part you use to read, to recognize faces, to drive, is literally yellow. That yellow color comes from two compounds your eye actively concentrates there on purpose: lutein and zeaxanthin. Think of them as your macula's built-in sunglasses. They filter out the high-energy blue light that damages your retinal cells over time. The higher your levels of these two compounds, the better that filter works. Dark leafy greens are one of the richest dietary sources of both. Decades of large-scale research, including the landmark ARDS-2 study, linked higher lutein and zeaxanthin intake to meaningfully lower risk of advanced macular degeneration. But here is the part people get wrong. Lutein and zeaxanthin are fat-soluble. If you are eating a plain green salad with fat-free dressing, you're absorbing almost nothing from those leaves. A 2015 study from Purdue University confirmed this directly. Fat-free dressing, near zero absorption. Full-fat dressing, significant absorption. Add avocado. Add olive oil. Add eggs to the same meal. Eat your greens with fat every single time. Score: 5.5 out of 10. Essential for macular health. Not enough on its own for your lens. If you are still watching, stay with me. The next three are where the real protection is. Food number 3, EGS. And I warned you about this one at the start. Here is the mistake almost everyone eating eggs for eye health is making, and it is one specific preparation choice that cuts their benefit nearly in half. Eggs contain lutein and zeaxanthin, just like the leafy greens. But eggs have a biological advantage that spinach does not. The lutein inside an egg yolk is packaged inside fat. Natural fat, ready for absorption. Your body takes it up at a significantly higher rate than the same compound from a plant source. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition confirmed this directly. Participants who ate whole eggs alongside a salad absorbed up to 9 times more lutein than those eating the salad alone. 9 times. But here is the mistake that ruins it. If you are scrambling your eggs at high heat, or worse, using a microwave, you are oxidizing those fragile yolk compounds before they ever reach your gut. Heat damages them. High heat destroys them. Soft scramble. Low and slow. Remove from heat while they still look slightly wet. Or poach them. Or eat them soft-boiled. The yolk should never turn rubbery. The moment it does, a meaningful portion of what made that egg valuable for your eyes is gone. One more thing. The source matters. Pasture-raised eggs have measurably higher lutein content than conventional eggs. That is not marketing. That is what the chickens eat: grass and insects versus grain, and it changes the nutritional profile of the yolk directly. Low heat, pasture-raised, 2 eggs, every time. Score: 7 out of 10. Exceptional macular support when prepared correctly. Most people are leaving the best part behind. Food number 2, blueberries. This one surprised me most when I went through the research. Not because blueberries are unknown. Everyone knows blueberries are good for you, but the specific mechanism, the exact reason they protect your eyes, is almost never explained. And once you understand it, you will stop thinking of blueberries as a nice breakfast fruit and start thinking of them as eye medicine. Blueberries are packed with compounds called anthocyanins. These are the pigments that make them blue-purple. And anthocyanins do something specific in your eye that no other common food does as efficiently. They support the regeneration of rhodopsin. Rhodopsin is the pigment inside your rod cells, the cells responsible for low-light vision, night driving, reading in dim restaurants, recognizing faces in low-contrast situations. All of that depends on rhodopsin regenerating quickly enough. As you age, that regeneration slows. Your eyes take longer to adjust when you walk into a dark room. Lights at night leave halos that linger. Anthocyanins directly support the speed of that regeneration cycle. Italian and French researchers working with military pilots during World War II first documented this effect. Pilots who ate bilberry jam before night missions reported significantly better night vision. Decades later, multiple controlled trials confirmed the mechanism. But here's the detail that most people miss. Frozen blueberries contain more anthocyanins than fresh ones by the time the fresh berries reach your kitchen. The moment a blueberry is picked, those pigments begin degrading. Frozen berries are flash frozen at the farm, locking the compounds in place. By frozen, thaw them overnight. Do not heat them. Heat degrades anthocyanins rapidly. 1 cup in yogurt. 1 cup in a smoothie. Room temperature or cold. Every single day. Score: 8.5 out of 10. Night vision support, retinal cell protection, and anti-inflammatory benefits you can feel within 2 to 3 weeks. The preparation mistake costs most people half the benefit. We're at number 1 now. This one is different from everything else on this list, and the research behind it genuinely floored me. Food number 1, saffron. I want to be honest with you. When I first looked at the saffron research, I thought someone had made a mistake, because the results were too specific, too measurable, too direct. Let me explain what saffron contains and why it is in a completely different category from every other food on this list. Saffron contains 2 active compounds, crocin and safranal. These are not general antioxidants. They are not compounds that help your body broadly and happen to include your eyes. Crocin and safranal work directly in retinal tissue. They cross into the retinal cells themselves. They protect the photoreceptors, your rods and cones, from the oxidative stress and cell death that accumulates decade after decade. In 2010, a team of Australian researchers published the first randomized controlled trial testing saffron supplementation directly on human AMD patients. People with early-stage macular degeneration. Real patients. Real eyes. After just 3 months, participants showed measurable improvement in visual acuity. Not a slowdown. Not stabilization. Actual improvement. Numbers on an eye chart that moved in the right direction. The researchers were clear about the mechanism. Saffron compounds appear to protect retinal cell function and may support the survival of photoreceptor cells that would otherwise be lost to ongoing oxidative damage. A follow-up study confirmed the results persisted for over a year in patients who continued supplementing. Now, the preparation rule for saffron is non-negotiable. Saffron must be bloomed in warm liquid before you consume it. The active compounds are not water-soluble in their raw form. They need heat and moisture to be released. Here is your exact method. Take a small pinch, 10 to 15 threads. Place them in 2 tablespoons of warm water or warm milk. Not boiling. Warm. Leave them for 15 minutes. The liquid will turn deep yellow-orange. Drink that liquid. That is your dose. You can add it to oatmeal, to warm tea after it cools slightly, to yogurt, to a smoothie. The liquid must be consumed with the threads. Cost per day, roughly 60 to 90 cents, depending on where you buy it. One more critical note on sourcing. Saffron is one of the most frequently adulterated foods on the market. Cheap saffron sold in large quantities is often mixed with safflower, corn silk, or dyed fibers. The research was conducted on pure saffron. If yours costs $2 for a large jar, it is almost certainly not real saffron. Look for saffron sold in small, sealed quantities, half a gram to 1 gram, from reputable sources. Spanish or Iranian origin. Deep red threads with slightly orange tips. That is the real product. 10 to 15 threads. Warm water. 15 minutes. Every morning. Score: 10 out of 10. Here is your complete daily protocol. Every morning, a small pinch of bloomed saffron in warm water. 1 cup of frozen blueberries, thawed, not heated. 2 soft scrambled or poached eggs, low heat. 3 to 4 mornings a week. Cooked tomatoes in olive oil. A generous serving of dark leafy greens with fat, avocado, olive oil, or both. 3 common mistakes that undo all of this. Mistake 1. Eating your greens or eggs without fat. Fat-soluble compounds need fat to be absorbed. No exceptions. Mistake 2. Buying cheap saffron. Adulterated saffron contains none of the active compounds. You are paying for dyed plant fiber. Mistake 3. Stopping after 2 weeks because nothing dramatic happened yet. Dry eye symptoms respond in days to weeks. Structural retinal protection takes 60 to 90 days minimum. The clinical trials measured results at 3 months. Do not plant a tree and dig it up after a week to check the roots. This is not a replacement for your eye doctor. Keep your appointments. Mention these dietary changes. Some people come back from their follow-up and their doctor quietly notes the numbers did not move the way they expected. That is not magic. That is biology being fed what it needed. If this kind of straightforward, research-backed information is what you want more of, hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on notifications so you do not miss the next video. And before you close this, write down the one vision symptom bothering you most right now. Give it a number from 0 to 10. Put that paper somewhere you will find it in 30 days. Start with the saffron tomorrow morning. 10 threads. Warm water. 15 minutes. That is it. Start there, and I will see you in the next one.